of my newest release, the Enchanted Garden Collection. Hopefully I'm able to get all 5 of these in frame. Let me just check. Yes, barely. So there's 5 journals in this collection, and I'm really happy with the way they turned. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can, but I have to do 5. So just bear with me as I go through this, and yes, I hope you enjoy. So let us start with, let's go light to dark. So first we have the lightest of the 5, which is, in my mind, I kind of see this as like a lilac color. Each of these journals are 9 by 6, and then they each have a 2.5-inch spine. I made these, they're made out of bookboard, so they're hardcover, and then covered in fabric. And let us open it up and I'll go through the cover. So the closures are this like tulle ribbon with butterflies. For the purple ones I did a pink, and then for the blue ones I did a teal. So I thought that was pretty. There's a lot of butterflies in these too. So okay, so I wanted to use a ton of sparkle and just all the sari scraps. I have so many. I'm like addicted to them. I can't stop buying them, so they need to be used. And I don't know. I love their role in a journal. I just think they add magic. So the first thing I did was cover this in this really pretty purple fabric, and it does have little gold dots in it. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully the light is good enough that you can see that. And then I had this scrap, it's transparent, so you can't really see it. It's attached here so that this kind of flows onto the cover. And then I added this bit just because I wanted a little bit extra for the cover. I exposed the spine, and then I kind of concealed the edge of that with gold ribbon. And then I added 4 gold book corners. This is from the front, or from the side, I mean. I used my favorite sort of trims. This is kind of a leafy one. Pink, my charms. So we'll go through those kind of individually. So they each have 4 signatures, and I will list the listings. They each have a slightly different amount of pages. So first page is this gorgeous applique. I mean, this is so me. This is my style. I love this. I love the texture. I love the sparkle. It just makes an entrance. I mean, gotta love it. And then I used some vintage floral trim. I got this from a seller on Etsy, and I will link her shop below. She sells really unique trims and sari scraps and such for good prices on Etsy. And here in this front pocket, I need my trusty, use my edge trimmer to, there you go. Here in the front pocket, I included, you know, a library card so that you can use that. I don't know where you want to put it, so I just used that. This is a sticker, and I just put it in there for you to use. A journaling card, beautiful. A piece of my favorite paper to write on. You'll see why once you touch that. And then a vintage book page. So for these, I used the same sort of like floral books and such, and digital kits, but I tried to pull the colors to match whatever is on the front of the journal. So I also gilded basically everything in this journal. This is a kit I designed. I have a tag here, gilded with gold, and then this is a lovely like plum colored sari. I love this kit. I'm gonna link it below. It's called Pretty Papers, and it's just like this soft kind of watercolor effect. I just thought it really worked in this series. And then this is some handmade paper. I did not make that paper, but just different textures for you to enjoy. Again, I really went with watercolor digital kits throughout this, so you'll see flowers that are all kind of watercolor. I have some butterfly trim and a pink palm charm. I used the coffee dyed papers from 3 Insistent Dogs on Etsy, and I will link that as well. She only does it from time to time, so I try to stock up. This is from the Oxford Book of Flowers, and I did a tuck. This is handmade paper as well, and it's dyed. And some ephemera that I did a little collaging on. I really liked this effect that I did in, what journal was it? I want to say it was Gilded Butterfly. And I got this idea from another journal maker, Lindsay Dent, I think. I will link her below. She used lace in a journal I had bought for her, but just made the holes and did it. And I just liked how organic it feels, and it feels like something, you know, that you found this pretty trim and you wanted to add it to your journal, and that's how you did it. I just like how natural this feels. Beautiful book page. So I did a lot of journaling space and tuck spots for you to, you know, if you have photos or souvenirs or, you know, whatever it is you want to keep, but maybe you don't want to glue it on the pretty papers or something, there's tons of tuck spots and pockets for you. This is from the Painted Garden, absolutely stunning. This is like a parchment paper. Vintage book page, I love this. I designed this, and I actually flipped this page upside down, but I kind of like it like this, like the dragonfly is flying that way. They fly all kinds of ways. This is a leaf trim. I love these trims that add so much texture and like movement. This one I put in white. I did hand dye some of them for the other journals. And then I trimmed it a little bit so that it wasn't kind of interfering, because they come pretty long. And then we have a little dragonfly and a key. More tuck spots. This is a postcard for you. I used some sari scraps and some gold leaf trim. This is from the Teal and Tattered, I want to say it's Spring Garden digital kit. Like I said, I will try to list everything below that I used. I wanted to add, see, I love this page. This to me is a really inspiring place to write and to journal. It feels just very approachable. And there's still room to sort of make it yours. Like if you're a journal maker, you could add more collaging or anything like that. But I just love the simplicity of this. It just makes me feel I want to write in it. I made these journaling cards out of craft paper, cardstock. For each of the journals, I did a collaged belly band, and I used kind of some, it's not quite bookboard, but it's thick like that, it's chipboard, and then covered it in fabric and gilded it, and then I did a piece of this sari, and then I added on this one pink and purple for this journal, and some gold leaf trim. And then here is a journaling card tucked in there. I love this paper pack. Handmade paper. Here is a bookmark for you. Okay, so for this journal, I really love the effect of larger scale items, like the butterfly wings I included in the Gilded Butterfly journal, if you saw that video. I wanted to include flowers because this is, you know, the Enchanted Garden. So I blew up some images and printed them on vellum so that they're see-through, and I just love the way they turned out. I think they really add to the theme. Look at that spread. beautiful. A little tuck there for you. I really need to be faster than I'm being. More of that trim. This is handmade paper inside of a glassine bag. I made this envelope out of a book page. This is a Victorian wildflower, I want to say. And then I added some of my favorite paper in there. And then I just closed it with a paper clip. You don't need to even close it, but you might want to use that paper clip for something else. Some beautiful sort of pearly ivory colored sari. This is vellum. This is the pretty paper. That's what they're called, the kit. Pretty vellum. And I love this book page. Purple, sorry. This is a lace pocket. This is kind of nice and stretchy. We have some ephemera, some more paper. I just wanted to include lots of stuff that you guys would actually use if you're journaling. That you could, I mean, look at that. How beautiful is that? I love it. This is from Teal and Tattered. I use this kit a ton in these journals. And this is one of her envelopes that I did some collaging on. And included a little journaling card in here. So I really love her her digitals because they're so incredibly vibrant. They print really beautifully, and I don't know, for this collection especially, I just felt like it really worked. Okay, so we have a little glass ball with iridescent stars and a rose charm, and then this is I put these appliques on like a brad so that you could, you know, maybe hide a little bit of journaling underneath there. Some of them are bigger than others, but I just love the texture and how it moves. This is a big tag, journaling card. Here is a altered CD pocket. I use the Painted Garden, and then, you know, you can journal behind here. You can put something in here, obviously. It's a top pocket, but I didn't because I like the way that I matched up the images. Here's a little tag. Journaling card. More gold leaf trim. It's the other side of that flower. Look at that beautiful image. Like I said, her kits are really vibrant, so I will link them below. This is some pretty trim. I got this on Amazon and I really like it. Oh, I'm skipping pages. Scrapbook paper. I love this balance. Just stunning. I really like this particular page. I printed this out on a smaller scale and used it for journaling cards as well. And I love that. So for each of these journals, I did sort of like a little, I don't know, bouquet sort of. This is a die cut multi-level pocket, and I just wanted to stick flowers and various things in there. So it's sort of like a little bouquet for you. And then these colors just work really well together. Oh, here's that I was talking about. Use that for journaling cards. Beautiful sari scrap pocket. This is vellum. I made this envelope out of this lovely scrapbooking paper, and inside it's a copy of this poem, Friendship's Garden. That was really sweet, and I think it makes sense for this journal. Just do that. This is stunning, beautiful piece of sari scrap. See, I tried to work with the colors to make each page sort of special. So here we have, what do we have here? Iridescent charm and I don't know, maybe a bee? Yeah, a dragonfly? I'm not sure. Oh, I think I need to take that out. Wow, I love this image so much. Absolutely stunning journaling card. This is more of my favorite paper. I designed this digital. You can't get it on my site, but it's just super neutral and lovely and works really well in these journals. And then a little journaling card. Oh, did I skip a page? More vellum, gold leaf trim. Oh, I did a little collaging on this one. Absolutely beautiful. This is from a vintage book. Look at how absolutely stunning that is. I can't handle it. So I included these book pages each in each journal, and you could obviously journal on the blank pages, and that would just be a stunning sort of entry. Or you could definitely use this, if you're a journal maker, you can use it in your journals or to fussy cut or whatever you like. Here's a golden scrap of sari, and it's a pocket. This, oh dear, sometimes they get stubborn in there. This is, I want to say, my porch prints. I really love those images as well. And then I use that gold leaf trim to accent that. And then here is a lily, beautiful lace paper. This is from Angela Kerr, Painted Garden, so beautiful. More journaling cards. This is Angela Kerr. I did some gold stamping. It took me forever to gild all these pages, I'll tell you that. I love these colors. Little tag. This is a little pocket. We have a longer tag. I backed it with some pretty cardstock. This is from Teal Untitled, absolutely stunning. A lace pocket. This is a glassine bag, and inside is this is a French piece of ephemera. It's very fragile. You can see it's kind of tearing a little bit. I wanted to protect it, so I put it in here, but this is for you. You could continue to tear it and maybe collage with it, or just keep it protected, or glue it onto something sturdy to keep it, whatever you like. I love the stars that she puts in hers. I made a journaling card out of the pretty pages. Love this scrap. Lots of pretty journaling space. The other side of that lily. And then in the back, what do we have? I made a little envelope out of a book page, and this one closes with sari, and then I have a little gold eyelet here, and you can put whatever you like in there. And then more of that beautiful paper. So this one is called Lilac, and I'll put them in order. So this will be the first one listed in the description box. I'm gonna try to be faster. Okay, so this one is pink and teal, same closure. So I had a little bit left of this fabric, which I have made a journal out of previously. It's so vibrant. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick up exactly how vibrant it is, but it's just gorgeous. And then I layered this embroidered sari with a pink kind of mesh. Oh my God, I love the way this turned out. I used this to play off like the teals. In the cover, you get your library card, your journaling card, another collage journaling card, your book page, and your handmade paper. Lots of stuff I stuck in there. And this scrap, I'm not sure if this was meant to be a butterfly, but to me it looks like a butterfly, so I put it here kind of near, the leaves. Maybe it was in there doing its thing. Tag. Journal on with sorry. This is some of the coffee stained lace paper. I really love that stuff, if you can't tell. Painted garden. I made paper in there for you. This pretty. I love the way these turned out. I did butterflies as well, but I did flowers. So here is a interactive sort of flip. Another envelope that I altered with the journaling tag inside. Look at this pretty pink. This is Artemis Summer Softness Kit. It's so vibrant. It's so beautiful. I thought it went well with this piece of sari. And a piece of ephemera that I did some collaging on the back. This is me. I did that. Here's a little tab with the pink palm. Oh, here's your multi-pocket, and here I stuck just little smaller ephemera bits, some fussy cut or some die cut flowers, journaling card. You know, you can add kind of your smaller things to this multi-pocket because they'll stick out here nicely. This is from Artemis Summer Softness. This is me. This is my favorite trim. So you've seen this in my other journals. Sometimes it's white. I dyed this with a mica powder that I mixed to get this purple shade, and I just love this. I think it adds so much just magic. Like I said, you can trim these down if they're bugging you or whatever, but I love them. I did trim some of them down just so that you're not totally bogged down with dreaminess. Here's another CD pocket, and then it flips just like the other one. It's a tuck spot. Little lily sticker. Love this. The leaves, the vines. Just an envelope that I made, just a little wee one. So inside of here is, and the secret garden bloomed and bloomed, and every morning revealed new miracles. Oh, so sweet. I just tried to include, oh, I can't. This is, I'm actually trying to learn how to paint watercolor flowers, so who knows, in the future, maybe I'll make my own kit. Journaling card. Love how vibrant this is. You know how she makes them so gorgeous. I mean, this is, I can't remember what kit that's from. I will have to list it, but this is Martina. This is a vintage book page. This is Oxford Book of Flowers, a big tag. This is sort of a bouquet one that I printed out, fussy cut and gilded, and sewed into the signature. This is a little hidden spot for journaling underneath that. Some sparkle, tuck spot. I mean, I just wanted you to be immersed in flowers and sparkle, basically. So look at this gorgeous little feather. Iridescent purple charm. And here's the leaf trim. And then you have the little dragonfly and key. A long tag. I really like that artwork. I backed it with some sturdy scrapbooking paper. Foiled dragonflies and butterflies, a big journaling card. So I imagine this is like one entry, you know, this is one day and you put the date on it and then that lives in there forever. I journal as well, so I try to put myself in the position of like, maybe I would back this with recycled paper or something like that and just jot down the day, or maybe I would glue a photo or mementos on the back. That's how I would use those things. Just more trim. So I love to have a variety of papers. This is a tuck spot. Look at this. This is beading. It's stunning. I mean, just this by itself would just be a stunner, but you know, it's hidden in this journal and it's just for you. It's just for you to put your magical things in there. So that's a treasure. This is Artie Mays. I love this rose. I love that kit. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, so it kind of came shredded up here because it's a scrap. And so I kind of fussy cut it and turned it into a pocket. And I mean, it's, whew, this is a tuck. So if you can't tell, I love this kind of stuff. So here's your belly band on this one. More teal flowers because I'm pulling in, you know, from the covers. And then a couple of little journaling cards tucked in. Tag. Love this page. Here's a little scrappy tab. Just a little sparkle for you. First flowers of spring. I love this. I love this warm tones. It just makes me happy. The balance makes me happy. I tend to like bigger scale things and sort of balance with open space. I think that's, the more journals I make, the more I kind of find my style. And I tend to like larger scale things and then with enough writing space. This I used some vintage lace. There's a pink palm. The feel of this paper is really cool. It's coffee dyed, like ruler paper. Here is an envelope made out of that book page. It's just, you know, I adore these things. Here's a little tuck spot. I love how this was kind of crinkled, so I just sort of left it and let it sit on there without pulling it to make it look straight. And I love the balance here with the pinks. More handmade paper. Maybe I'll put that in here. And then the back is scrapbooking paper in another pocket for whatever you would like. So this one is pink and teal. This one, oh my gosh. So I used this fabric, big pansies and butterflies. Not sure if you can see them underneath. And then this gorgeous blue with coral and purple paisley and floral embroidery. I mean, can you handle it? Because I can't. And then I saw this piece of applique. I don't remember where I was, but I love it on this. I think it works so well. The red, it just makes it pop. And then the book corners. So this one has, of course, more like turquoise. Here's your journaling, or here's your library card. You know, you could put that wherever you like. I mean, so the papers I used in this is from one of my favorite paper packs, Floral Couture. It's from Die Cuts with a View. And the color just worked so well with this particular trim. Here is your book page. This book is from England is a Garden. Oh, yes. So that must be the cover page. And look how stunning. I love paper. Okay, so pockets. We have a postcard. This is something I collaged on with washi and recycled paper, gold gilding, label, and a butterfly. This is a printout of journaling paper that's on my favorite paper, so it's still just that gorgeous writing paper for you. You will see when you write on it. And then this beautiful, I thought they kind of coordinated with these blooms. This is all teal and tattered. Beautiful. Love this. Love this. Book pages, coffee dyed paper. So this is the trim that I dyed. This one I dyed blue. So we did different batches. My daughter and I did this. And it's beautiful sari scrap for a tab. Love it. This is, you know, various journaling cards and pieces of papers that you can either use to decorate or journal on. I did some gold stamping. Oh, I love this. This is your key and your little dragonfly. This one's blue. Beautiful. Just little sparkles. Here is an envelope that I made with both of those poems inside. This is made out of a book page from the Painted Garden. I feel like I've gone through maybe 3 of those books. This is Artemis. It just makes me so happy. This was a tiny little scrap, and I thought it would just be a nice little tab. Tiny little scrap I had to cut off of something. Gold stamping. I just put this on here to sort of secure what's inside. Journaling card that I collaged on. Let's put them back the way you found them. Just to keep them from slipping out. If you have enough in there, they won't. Oh, this is another applique that I thought really belonged in this journal. I love how these like poke out from the rest of the pages. There's some gold trim, absolutely stunning. Pearls and sparkling sequins. It's more than I can handle sometimes. This is from Artemis, that summer softness kit. I used more of the teal pages in this book. This is a paper pack. I want to say it's Old World something. I mean, look at this. I love the faux stitching. I actually did do some stitching in the darkest purple journal, and then my sewing machine completely broke. Otherwise there'd be stitching all throughout this. But I actually love these the way they turned out. I don't think they need anything. I think they're just I want to write in them, so I hope that somebody else would too. So this one I did a butterfly, little stamping. Lily of the Valley is my favorite flower, tied with lilac, but they both come in May, which is when my birthday is, so I think that's why I like them. Here's that glassine bag. Look at this. I mean, it's like a piece of jewelry, you know? And then here's your blue glass ball. The wing. There's more of that trim. Just lovely. I love this. This is from Martina's lovely Love Me Lilac, I want to say is what it is. Paper. This is Artemis. There's more secret journaling space. Just a little pop of trim. and beauty. The colors, so vibrant. See, this is sort of similar to the fabric that I overlaid on the front. It's kind of transparent. Inside of this, I want to say, this is a reproduction of a vintage postcard. It's modern, it's available, but I love that red flower. Pop that one in there. It's a cool old book page. So stunning. Little journaling cards and vintage book pages. This is a big journaling card. This is actually from my kit. It is available. I printed it on a little bit of a smaller page and then just folded it and rounded the corners and glued it upon itself and gilded it. It's a journaling card. Here are some gold trim and a little teal palm. I love this. It's just different, you know? Love it. Okay, here's her envelope. See how it just is perfectly, I love the feel of this paper as well. You can stick whatever you like in there. This is a postcard. Little tuck spot. An envelope that I made. Love these. So I did get an envelope maker finally. This one was, you know, from a kit, so it was sort of easier to do. But I did finally get an envelope maker, which is how I made many of the envelopes in these kits. That journaling card. So this is some recycled paper that I did some gold stamping on. Just pretty gold foil. Oh, here's the belly band. So we did brighter colors, orange. Beautiful. This is the multi-pocket sort of envelope. This is, you know, some leaves. So you could decorate your book with these. You know, you could add them as tabs or whatever you like. And I always, I don't know if I say this in every video, but I always include ephemera that you haven't seen. So like before I ship it out, I add different stuff so that you won't have seen everything. There's that, and then it's a top pocket. Still like there to be a little element of surprise for you. Little flower. More of my favorite paper. This is just the feel of it is so lovely. This is a page of that paper. It's Victorian. I should dig it out and show you. This is handmade paper. Has a really cool feel. Music paper and floral. Look at this sparkle. Some coffee dyed lace paper. Look at that. Pretty papers. Ooh, love that blue. Okay, here's some more purple dyed trim. Another tuck spot. Vintage book page. Little sari scrap. So I try to coordinate the colors. I'm sure you've picked up on that by now. Notes. And then more paper. And then this is the bookend pages. I love that page of paper. Okay, so this is Turquoise. Let us move on to, this is the first one that I actually bound and sewed in signatures. first one I truly worked on, and I was able to do a little sewing in this before my sewing machine just went completely kaput. So this one will have some sewing in it. It's chunky. So I first covered it with this rich royal purple with kind of a shimmering rose, and then I covered it with the, so you can kind of see when you turn it, you can kind of see those flowers underneath. Probably easier in person. Oh, I love this. I love this entrance. All the rich purples I used in this one. I mean, these irises, this trim, darker color. I love this. This is actually one of my favorite papers I've ever worked with. I just think it's absolutely stunning. This is what made me want to learn how to paint watercolor flowers. So here you can put this here, Teal and Tattered tag, and then this is the book page. I chose an iris for obvious reasons. And then this trim is vintage sari. It's so beautiful. I mean, I can't get to the back. Well, maybe I can. Can you see that? Let me just, oh my gosh, I hope I'm still in frame. It does have some sparkle throughout, and then I added a little bit of this and a little bit of that just to layer it up and make it beautiful. Here's this creeping leaf sparkling. I designed that. Tags and book pages and journaling cards. Look at the dark pansies. So pretty. I know that the people that love purple, you know, so this is for you. This one I love so much. It was a scrap, and you know, I could have cut it and used it, but then this to me looks like a piece of a dress or something, like, I don't know. It's just so delicate, and it just folds over like that, and I feel like it's almost part of a garment. I love it. This is some new paper that you haven't seen in the other journals because I only used it in this. It's sort of a, it's not vellum. It's a transparent, I think people use it for wrapping. And while it's really cool and it feels really cool in this journal, it's challenging to work with if you're a journal maker. So I wanted to try it, and I may try it again. I think it needs sewing because it tends to want to curl a little bit. So I had to really work with these. But I think you'll enjoy it if you're a journal maker. It's a little bit tricky. Here's purple trim. I love how the flowers in this journal came out. Oh, I did some spraying here, which is so vibrant. See, I did some sewing before it was too late. And then this flips out. This, I believe, is from R.D. May's Summer Softness as well, just a different image. Music paper. This is a pocket. Stuck a long tag in there. I do like sewing, not that I miss it in the other journals, but I do like it when I see it. So I added the purple ones. Did some gold stamping. This is a little tuck spot. And here we have the little dragonfly and the key. This is I designed. My favorite paper. So this one is just slightly different than all the rest. This is a windowed pocket. I put that in. Did some collaging with some lace and some applique and some flowers and some rhinestones and some gold leaf trim and gilding and the whole enchilada. Here is another long tag and handmade paper. This is a scrap that came like this, and I wanted to use it as a tuck spot. So it's like I said, it's like jewelry. It's so special. It's amazing. So you can tuck into there. I used the handmade paper glassine bag for that one. Did some gold stamping. Dark purple ones. Oh, sorry. Oh, this, I want to say I sewed that on there to repair a piece of that paper. Oh, this charm is different. I found this separately than all the rest, and I just really thought it worked. It went for this journal. This is different, but gosh, doesn't that just work? Gold stamping. I used a royal blue book thread. Here's her envelope. These purple flowers. So pretty. If I had to choose between these 5, I'm not even really sure which one I would choose, to be honest. Gorgeous sari pocket. This is absolutely stunning. I have no words for how much I love this. The tag. It's just, it's a garden. It's an enchanted garden. So here I put some trim on the top and then added these flowers. You could use this to decorate your journal. You know, you can place them or use them elsewhere, of course, whatever you like. That stuff is going to be in there for you. One journaling card and a little tiny envelope. And some bright pink paper. Just a little lace pocket with a piece of book page. Love this plum colored scraps in that palm. And this one has a little pocket sewn in from the Painted Garden. Purple, beautiful. More of my favorite paper. Irises. So here's that envelope. Just darling. Just a sweet little envelope. These I found on Amazon, and I have had so much fun using them. They come in all colors. They're just little, I don't even know what you would call them. They're not beads. They're not, the word is escaping me. Would it be a charm? You tell me in the comments. I'm not thinking. Love this. Vintage music paper. It has like all that natural aging. Here's a hidden tuck spot. Little tuck spot. Beautiful purple flowers. This scrap came in that interesting shape, so I decided to use it as a tuck. Here is a collaged journaling card. Some more handmade paper. The other side of that little pocket with a little journaling card. So here you could stash lots of littler things. This is the belly band. I added a purple flower and then one of these, I don't know, sort of decorative pieces. And then here is the envelope made of sari and the book page and then the eyelet. And this one got the deep pansy purple. Love that. You can trim this, but I just tend to love it. I really like texture in my journals. Gorgeous. Little sweet little envelope. This is a tuck spot. where I have a couple pieces of ephemera, and then in here is also a pocket where I stuck some paper. You can journal under there. I love it. Little scrap. And here's more tuck spot. Beautiful. Just a little envelope. I made this out of an Edith Holden book page on the inside and then purple on the outside, and I stamped a little golden butterfly. I think that's sweet. What's back here? A little postcard and lace coffee dyed paper. Here's a flip. And then the back, another journaling card and a pretty book page. So that is the dark purple. And we have one left. Okay, last one is this blue. Oh, I love the way this turned out. I love the way all of them turned out, if you can't tell. So here I had a little bit left of this blue butterfly fabric. I mean, I've made 2 journals out of this so far. I'm gonna have to buy another yard of this because it's just so lovely. And then overlaid with this embroidered sparkling rainbow magic. And then I like sealed it off with gold ribbon and metal book corners. And this one, oh my goodness, it's just rich and kind of moody in a way. Here's your library card, love and happiness. And then here is your book page. So beautiful. I really like the colors of this trim. Love that. Notes. Green, sorry. I used much more of the rainbow in this one. So I did blue trim, pink palm, all the colors. And you see yellow. Let me make sure you can see everything. Goodness. Okay. I think hopefully that's a little bit better. I hope I wasn't out of frame for the whole rest of them. Oh dear. And we have a big old journaling card. Little journaling card. So fun to play with. Look at that. This one got a bouquet. I love this. I mean, this is stunning. Just so happy. You know, they just make me feel so, I don't know, abundant and at peace and inspired. And just, you know, I imagine once these are all filled with your memories that, you know, putting that back on the shelf and keeping it for 20 years or 40 years and then looking back at your memories, your life, or maybe your kids are looking back at it. I mean, what a wonderful experience to have it in a journal that's so, I mean, it's one of a kind, but it's also just like a tactile experience. I made this envelope. And here's the Friendship's Garden poem. I just love making things that I feel like are gonna kind of be passed on. There's that. Or that you will keep forever, because I look back at my old journals. I have journals from when I was 20, even younger, really. Look at that blue. It's just, you know, it's a moment in time. It's like, I'm so glad I wrote all that stuff down. Special. So, Love the vibrancy of that blue. Use this one on vellum this time. Love this. Tuck spots. I did also paint or dye, excuse me, this trim a golden yellow. I did trim this one a little bit because it's in the middle and I didn't want it to interfere quite as much. But it just adds something. Little butterfly stamp. This. This is one of my favorite pages out of the Painted Garden. I think that is so special. Like that. I think you guys have heard me go on and on enough about that kit, that Love Me Lilac kit. I love it, clearly. You can see my love for it, so. Whew, beautiful blue. So in here is your little multi-pocket. And like I said, I always tend to add things to these journals that you haven't seen in the listing or this video. Because I like you guys to get at least some surprises when you receive these at your home. It's just the journaling spot. And then this one has a little extra bling on that side. It's a journaling card. The book page. I feel this paper, it's so thick. It's so like satisfying. There's the belly band. Purples and greens and blues. This is actually, from the beginning of this book. I love that little butterfly, so I wanted to have that be popping out. Love this little tab. Just a little piece of magic. More hidden journaling spots. I've got a royal blue palm. These I thought complemented each other. Just a little scrap pocket. More of the blue trim. Maybe one of my favorite pages. This is just lovely. I absolutely love this paper. I'll have to figure out where that came from. It might have been in, I don't remember. I will try to link it below. It might be something that's in my personal collection for, like as an asset for creating digital. Maybe a pattern that I use. I love the feel of those envelopes. If you are still watching this video, can I just say thank you for being a friend. I know that this is long, but I just think that for somebody that wants to potentially buy a journal, you want to see all the ins and outs of it. And so here I just added that as a little cover for your journaling spot. And the paper. So I think we've done it. We have done it. So here we have the whole gang. Oh my goodness. I had so much fun making these, coming up with the concept, using all of the magical supplies. Like I said, I will list the digital kits and the fabric suppliers and all the things down below. So thank you so much for joining me. I will list these on my Etsy, and then the links will be in the description box. So thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.